What's up, everybody? Grant Wise jumping in live with, sometimes they call me the man, the myth, the legend, but I'm on with the true man, myth, the legend. We got Mr. Ronnie George that's jumped on to chat with us a little bit. So here's a little bit of the backstory. We got our program started way back in the day, 2014, and when we really figured out like how to make it a training program, Ronnie was one of our first students. And so this guy gets plugged into the system, generates I think he said 20, 25 leads his first day. It was something crazy like that for 15 to 50 cents a piece. It was nuts. But he's taken our training over the last several years and just done absolutely incredible things with it. And so he agreed to jump by, talk a little bit about his results over the last couple of years, and just share some tips and tricks with you guys. So hopefully you find some value from this. So Ronnie, man, thanks for jumping by, dude. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Happy to chat with you, brother.
If he looks tired, it's because he's got a new baby boy. I don't think he's sleeping that well lately.
No, actually, the wife just went back to work, so I've been daddy daycaring it up all week. So yeah,
that's what the luxury of real estate provides, right? That laptop lifestyle.
Dude, I'm telling you, I actually love it. It's given me a better direction to say that I don't even want to sell real estate anymore.
There we go.
And with this system alone, I'm actually able to do it. So it's actually even really fun. So I got a little surprise of what I accomplished this morning before our call. So I'll tell you about that when we get to it.
Oh, dang. Okay. Now I'm getting pumped up and jacked up and excited. Here we
go.
So tell us the story. You let's talk about beginning, middle, and end, or kind of in a roundabout way. Why in the first place did we ever start working together? Why did you think that Facebook ads were going to be a good thing?
I mean, my thing is in my area, I knew that that's where everybody was. And I mean, now that everybody's trying to get the idea for it, that's where everybody's trying to be. I just saw it ahead of time in my area because everybody watched what everyone else did on Facebook. So I said, fine, I'm going to build this persona on Facebook, and then I'm going to work my way into it. And I've just searched everywhere, and the best way to actually gather and capture leads. And a friend of mine had referred me to you, reached out to you, and you basically said, here's what we do. I looked it over, and I'm like, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Without a hesitation, signed up. So it was one of those things. It hit it at the right time. It was exactly what I needed.
Yeah. So what was it? I remember because you put ads out and then you got a bunch of leads and then you turned it off.
Yeah, I was overwhelmed. I had new problems. I'm like, holy I did the homes list. I was literally in the airport going, I think to New York or something like that. And I'm getting leads come in because that's when we were using, what was that other site we used?
It was, I don't remember. I know
it was a good one. It was a good one. Either way, it was on the landing pages, push it to it. They'd sign up, squeeze pages. And I'm like, I was calling people in the airport. All right, I'll get that list of homes out to you. And I'm like, shit, do I just send them a link? Do I print this out? Do I mail it to them? I'm like, I had no idea of what to do.
Yeah.
But I shut it off because I was like, it just don't stop. And I couldn't service the people, so I wasn't doing it. And then I got everything turned back on when the trip, I think I was a day or two in the trip, turned it back on. I'm like, I'll figure this out. So it was good problems.
Yeah. Well, I know you're a fan of embracing the chaos and going through some of the stress tests. So
yeah.
How did that whole first year of you and I working together go? I know that you did some good numbers, but I want everybody to hear it from you.
Oh man. I think it was at the end of 15, September, October, somewhere around that we had signed up.
Right. That's right.
For the original ma'am. I mean, it was like a handful of people.
Early days.
Everything was through an email. Do this, do this, do this. So we set it up. I'm like, all right, I got it, Grant. Okay. So we set it all up. The first year I immediately said, holy, I have a new problem. I have too many leads and I can't service them. I was with Keller Williams at the time. So I immediately formed a team, of course, what everyone does. So I formed a team and I brought buyer's agents on and started distributing them. And then I'd come across new problems of how do I get these agents to follow up? How much should I spend? What's my split? All this stuff. Hired an assistant, brought her on in 2016. Moved out of my office and formed my own office because I had so many leads coming in. I was just able to afford it. I had so much money coming in. That year, I think I did 150,000 in 2016 because it rolled over.
150,000 year one.
150,000 year one. The previous year, I had done, I think right at 2016, I was at 98,000. So that immediately jumped me up, and then plus all the expenses I incurred. So I know I could have made more if I just focused on just me, but I wanted to expand. And then continuing on, I just kept doing that, kept building. And then now with my brokerage, I created a brokerage. I don't spend a dime on Trulia, Realtor, Zillow.com, not a single penny on it. It's all on Facebook. I still get leads at, 70 cents to $1 per lead. So, I mean, at right now, like I'm probably bringing in on average 25,000 a month from real estate sales that I'm able to bring in. So, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at as far as that goes. My goal for this year is 10,300,000 in commission, and I'm like right on track for everything. So
that's sick. So you said when we got started, you had something sick that you were going to share. What happened this morning?
So basically I recently moved to another city, and using everything here is I started sending homes list to another city because I wanted to expand to that city. I started cultivating clients, and I wanted to test the theory that I could get people if they didn't even have a clue who I was, if I was just that first person. So reached out to a bunch of people, brought in new clients, solidified my decision. We ended up moving. It was an hour and a half away from my current city that I'd been in for like 12 years real estate. So I'm brand new here. Then I'm now running the brokerage, which is an hour and a half away. So I decided I've been sitting back and analyzing, and I'm like, there's still no one doing Facebook here. So what I decided to do is I'm taking all of my knowledge and I'm going to start selling leads and selling my knowledge and training and coaching to real estate agents here. So I'm going to essentially build a product. I'm going to build a massive product that I can then offer to my real estate agents who want to then join me. So before I start recruiting here, I'm going to have this massive product that they're like, oh, we get that when we actually join your brokerage. Mm-hmm. So I just got my first client today who basically gave him the pitch. I didn't even know the prices for the I got to get back with him on the prices. But he's like, we want it. Sign us up. They pay $9,000 a month on Zillow. They're willing to pay like $2,000 a month or something like that for what I need to do for them. So I'm just like, wow, I'm really going to be able to leverage my knowledge and what I've been able to gain to generate leads and start broadcasting in a whole new area and just have so much more freedom.
That's incredible.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's incredibly cool for sure. And that's such a smart way to do it. And it's something that we've tried to teach people over time that never really like adopted it. And, we've tried to teach people Facebook ads over time, and not everybody really ever adopted it, but you did. And look where you're at now. You go from 99,000 a year to making a quarter of that in a month. That's sick. But teach and educate and then justify. It's the same thing that we teach for building a real estate business. Teach and educate your prospects, then just justify why they should do business with you instead of trying to do it on their own or do it with somebody else. And if you can do that in the recruiting process as well, just teach and educate, then simply justify. I cannot tell you how many brokers we've said, go create a product, sell the product, and if they don't want to pay for it, that's fine. Just recruit them to your brokerage. It's simple. Yeah. Not everybody does that, and so that's probably why you'll be uber successful in your business when you kind of make that as you make that transition. So that's awesome, dude. Pumped.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun, man. So yeah, I mean it's pretty cool to be now running a brokerage and running leads for my brokerage. So that's the other point is I run homes list leads and provide leads for my agents because I want to provide as much value as possible for them. So I'm running leads all day long. So people can come to me as a broker and not operate out of scarcity. They come out of an abundance and they're like, holy I can get leads anytime I want. So I mean, it's just amazing that I'm able to provide all this stuff because I know how to do it. And what doing it at this way, what is so cool is because you're able to get your expenses so low to be able to offer stuff like that. If you were outsourcing it to Realtor or Trulia, your expenses would be so high you couldn't give these kind of margins. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's where I'm like, yeah, I can do this all day long for you.
Yeah, that's sick. So you're telling me legit, $25,000 a month, 150 year one. So like legitimate, and these aren't fake numbers. These are real, right? That we've been able to help.
I'll show you. I'm number 4 in my entire. I'm at broker, and I'm number 4 in my entire market in Central Louisiana, with already like 3 million in sales, 14 closings already this year. So
legit, we've helped you generate almost or over $500,000 in revenues just from Facebook ad training.
Oh, easy. Like everything from people reaching out to me because they saw my ads. People referred me because they saw things on Facebook. Everything I do is all on Facebook. I don't put them. I don't do the newspaper. I don't do bus signs. I don't do mailers. I don't do none of that. Everything is all on Facebook, and then it's just distributed out through there. The only thing I put money into is my videographer, and I do my own photos. So,
dude, that's sick. You are like the photo junkie.
I'm telling you, man.
I remember when I was in Louisiana, we were doing the VIP day, and like you had all your camera equipment out, and you were like ready to get it done.
It's because I was in an area that I couldn't rely on anyone else, so I had to do it myself. And you taught me, it's like, well, okay, well, what is that time worth? If you could find somebody that's quality, you could actually be making more. So that's what justified me hiring a videographer now. And the videos we put out are sick, and they're only for like $300 or $500 a pop. And he films it, edits it, everything. I'm like, this is well worth it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm gonna have to edit the video with all the. I'm gonna have to put in like a bleep for all the cuss words. But I love your.
I didn't know I had to be all sweet and.
No, man, it's great. I think. Well, obviously, I think most real estate agents they might let the cuss words slip every now and again, or at least they like that they're in a safe place and they can. So I hold no judgment whatsoever, because I sometimes cuss like a sailor, and I probably shouldn't. I have a T-shirt that says I love Jesus, but I cuss a little. So. Yeah.
There you go. I like it.
Dude, man, I'm so pumped. I'm so proud, and I'm so honored to be a friend and to just be able to help a guy like you. It's been super fun over the last few years watching you grow, not just in business, but everything that you've mastered and everything that you're continuing to just dominate. I've got no doubts that you could be a billionaire if you wanted to be, if you just figured out how to reverse engineer the numbers. So proud of you, man. Pumped to know that we've been able to have that type of impact on a business, and just appreciate you. And so I guess I always try to end this with a question. If we had like a super skeptical person that was sitting on there and say they were in your position, 2.5, 3 years ago, what would you tell them about joining the program and learning how to leverage Facebook in their business?
Well, if they're already at the point where they're trying to make a decision, I will tell them that they've gotten to the point to being introduced to you because they were actively searching for the answers that you can provide. So They already know that they have a problem, and they're looking for the solution. I can absolutely guarantee you that everything that ma'am teaches, from the constant updating, the constant audience, just the connectivity that you're able to provide, is 1,000,000 times worth than anything I've ever found. The value is 100% there. The support staff is there. It's just, you guys know exactly what you're doing. So my thing to them is I would basically say that. I'd be like, it's a no-brainer, and you will instantly, once you make that decision, they'll instantly know. They just have to embrace it, because it's going to be a learning curve without a doubt, but it's going to be to a whole new level that they've never come across. So that would be my thing. They're already searching for what you can provide without a doubt.
That's awesome. That's great feedback too. And I just want to add, there is a learning curve. This is not a magic pill. This isn't, some silver bullet. This isn't some, new greatest wealth formula for whatever. This isn't something that's just going to happen overnight. It's a new skill, and it's something that you have to put the time, patience, energy into learning and really mastering for you and your business. So if you're looking to try to get rich tomorrow, that's just not how real estate even works. It happens. It's cyclical. It happens in phases, but I do know that what we've been able to help, agents like Ronnie do is fast track a lot of that by providing the answers. I've been telling people lately, like, yes, I want you to learn, but this is an experiential learning process. If you can put together a kid's toy because you have the instruction manual, you can put Facebook ads in place because we have that instruction manual we want to hand you. So Ronnie, man, did appreciate you. Hope you're having a killer day. It looks like it's a heck of a day there in Louisiana, in LA. So
Yeah,
tell the wife I said, hey, keep up with the kid, and man, we hope you guys keep killing it. All right.
for sure, brother. I appreciate it.
All right. We'll talk soon. Peace.
All right.